Ladies and gentlemen, we are in week 2 of Patriots OTAs, and let's not beat around the bush. This guy right here, he was absolutely terrible in week 1, so hopefully he did a little bit better in week 2. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Brett Alper, and we're going over the winners and the losers of OTAs from this week. And let's kick it off. Drake Maye did not play that much better. He is a loser, and so is the rest of the quarterbacks. Drake Maye, last week, started off and in his first 6 throws, threw 4 interceptions. That's no excuse. Second-year quarterback doesn't matter. And then we go into this week. Yeah, he did not throw an interception. I'll just put it out there. That is the best part about it. But still didn't throw that great. 9 for 17, and then we look at the backup quarterbacks. Joshua Dobbs, 9 for 16 interception. Ben Wooldridge, who's an undrafted free agent, he went 4 for 6. And I was looking at just some positives, just to kind of get my mind together, like, is this going to be the second coming of Mac Jones? Because Mac Jones looked really good his rookie year, and then in his second year and third year, it just completely, as Max Kellerman would say with Tom Brady, which never happened, he fell off a cliff. Well, Brian Hines talked about it, and he had a little bit of praise for Drake Maye. Although he fumbled his final snap of the day, there were no interceptions on Wednesday after his 4-pick practice. However, the Patriots offense is still trying to find its rhythm early in the offseason. And now I'm really trying to stay positive here just because the Patriots just haven't been very good in the last couple years, and we're just hoping and hoping and hoping that this team could get back into contention. All we want to see is just the Patriots to compete. And I will say, I keep telling myself it's a new offense. We got rid of Alex Van Pelt. We brought in our old friend Josh McDaniels. And it's going to take a little bit for everybody to learn this new offense. You're bringing in a lot of new players. You get Kyle Williams in. You get Travion Henderson in. A lot of new guys, offensive linemen, just trying to get that together. And Evan Lazar, he works for the Patriots as a reporter. He said Drake Maye had some good off-platform moments, navigating the pocket and took short completions. But yeah, the offense, once again, another person saying it, the offense is trying to find a rhythm in these early days. Overall, Drake Maye hasn't looked the best. 20 of 33. 20 completions, 33 attempts. That's 60%. And when you're going 7-on-7, you're not wearing pads. You're not seeing the defense completely coming at you. Pause. Do that a lot. You should be completing about 65-70% of your passes, especially when they're not running complicated plays out there. You see the videos all over Twitter. I wish I could show you, but I can't show you guys. You see Drake Maye, he's throwing it deep down the field to Kyle Williams, and he's completing those passes. We should be seeing that all the time, not just 20 of 33, not 4 interceptions. I get the defense is really good. Christian Gonzalez is really good. Now, Carlton Davis did not show up. He didn't show up, but he's on vacation, so I'll give him a little bit of pass here. I'm not 100% concerned. Now, when mandatory minicamp starts up June 9th, and if he's still struggling, that's when I kind of will get there. But if you're not concerned about Drake Maye, if you think, just getting off the jitters, you're learning a new offense, getting some communication with the new guys, if you're not concerned, hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. It takes 2 seconds, people. Just a little tap. Just a tap. The second loser, you'll see in this video, there's not a lot of winners from Patriots OTAs. And we got to talk about it. Stefon Diggs. I get it. You're coming off ACL surgery. You can't fully be cleared to practice, but you showed up to OTAs last week. Why aren't you showing up to OTAs this week? We got the tweet from Adam Schefter, but we saw the video. And if you want to see the video, go to my Twitter, @TheRealAlper. You can find it in the description for my Twitter. I'll even post the link for you guys on there. Adam Schefter tweeted out about him not showing up to OTAs. About he was surrounded by 3 women, and there was an unidentified pink substance that I don't know what it is. You can infer what you want to infer. And Mike Vrabel, if you go and see his post-game or press conference from that before they had practice, wasn't happy. He was blunt and honest. And the one thing that sticks out from this quote on your screen that you can see is obviously we want to make great decisions on and off the field. And he pauses for a little bit. That really speaks volume. He wants Stefon Diggs to make a good decision. And what he did, bad decision. Now, if you want to go watch the whole entire details, every detail, I made a whole video about this. Here's the thumbnail. Beautiful thumbnail with a boat in the background. I'll have we'll have the link to the video in the comments and description of today's video if you want to go watch it, because I kind of go off on it a little bit. Now, he better be at mandatory camp. There is no excuse. OTAs, we can talk about them. I think a first-year player should be showing up to OTAs, but he better show up to mandatory camp. OTAs are voluntary. You don't have to. And he is trying to get his PR back up after the video and all of the media just coverage. He's posted not one, but 2 videos of him working out. So that's all I'm going to say about Stefon Diggs. He better be at mandatory camp. But because Stefon Diggs wasn't there, you know who got to show up a little bit and actually perform, and he was just lighting the light bulbs on top of every single person on the coaching staff, every single person on the media? It's the undrafted free agent Eftton Chisum. He's a huge, and I mean huge, winner. People were comparing him to Cooper Kupp because they both went to Eastern Washington, but we have tweets from all the Patriots beat writers. Mark Daniels, he tweeted, he continues to stand out. He's really quick. It would be interesting to see if he moves up in the depth chart this summer. And then Brian Hines, he's also tweeting about Eftton Chisum. 4 more targets. Yeah, it was from Joshua Dobbs, but he's working with this offense, and he's impressing. Specifically, the quickness. He keeps impressing this team from week to week. And people are starting to say that this guy could be the next Julian Edelman. They're comparing him to Danny Amendola, to Wes Welker. He could be that next slot wide receiver that the Patriots find. And if he keeps showing up and showing out, especially once we get into the mandatory camps, the training camps, and once we see him on the field catching passes, if he lights it up, the hype is only going to get louder. It's only going to get louder. I love that man. I watched a lot of tape on him from Eastern Washington, watched all the videos that we've seen from rookie minicamp, from now OTAs. It's impressive. Keep an eye also on Land Larison, the running back. He's been impressing a couple people too. I think those 2 guys might be the 2 undrafted free agents that we see make this roster come September. If you want Eftton Chisum to make the 53-man roster like I do, I'll tell you guys again, hit that thumbs up icon. Let's get this video to 200 likes. We've done it before. We smashed the like record on one of those videos. Let's do it again. Hit that thumbs up icon. Next, we got another winner. We got a winner. The defense. And Mike Vrabel is really loving this defense. It truly feels like the defense is completely ahead of what we've seen from the offense. Now, granted, you can't really see exactly how the defense is in OTAs because you're not getting full-on contact. You're not putting the pads on. It's just kind of a 7-on-7. And Mike Vrabel, that's what he said. He said, I don't think they're further along. Completely disagreeing what I said. I think the defense is going to be way better than the offense. Milton Williams, Christian Gonzalez, Carlton Davis, Harold Landry. Come on, I can speak all the names. He said this is a hard time in the spring when every pass play is 3rd and 10. They're pass rushing, they're pressuring, and they're blitzing, which is great. We have the able to block and see everything. It's a passing camp. But like I said, he spoke 3rd and 10 every single time. You're not doing your true kind of plays that you're going to be running once you see training camp, once you get into the season. So when you're not in pads, it's a lot different to see the type of speed and the type of strength that you see from your type of players, specifically your defensive tackles like Christian Barmore, like Milton Williams. But Mike Vrabel, he is impressed with his new guys. Didn't take Keon, KC, Clavon Chason, Christian, Milt, Harold Landry. He spoke about them just like that. That's how easy it is that they stand out. It's a good thing. Again, they know how to practice. We have the ability to speed, pass rush, stay away from the quarterback, get out of the way. All those things have been able to do over the course of the first 4 OTAs. You heard me earlier in the video. I think this defense is going to be top 10. I really think this defense is going to improve. The Patriots had the worst pass rush in 2024. You have now two guys who are incredible, Milton Williams and Christian Barmore is back. You had a Harold Landry who has 9 sacks. Yeah, Anthony Jennings, that was the 2.5 sacks. He was starting. Get ready for this Patriots defense because they are going to swarm Geno Smith week 1 against the Raiders. Now, before we get into a couple of last losers, I'm finding deals for you guys every single day. I'm going on Fanatics, and I found this polo. It's the summer. I love to golf during the summer, or like Stefon Diggs, if you want to go on a boat, you can get your Patriots polo today, $29.99. This was originally $79.99. That is an absolute steal, highway robbery. So go get yours today, chatsports.com/Pats Polo. If you don't want to type it all out, I say it all the time. I hate typing things out. I just like to click it. I like a link, chatsports.com/Pats Polo. The last loser. Yeah, it's a loser. Unfortunately, it's not a winner. It's another wide receiver, and it's Javon Baker. And if we all remember last year when he was drafted in the 4th round, he said, when people watch me play, I make people in wheelchairs stand up. Yeah, well, he's not making people in wheelchairs stand up. He's making the coaches sit back down. He's making the fans turn their backs against the wall and like, this guy's really doing this again? Are we joking? You can see this picture right here. That's Javon Baker dropping in the opening session of practice. They're just doing little pass plays. Drop the pass. Jalen Polk also dropped a pass, but we're talking about Javon Baker here. He has been absolutely terrible, and it shows that he is also still immature. It's your 2nd year, and I'm going to show his stats in a second, but Mark Daniels, he was at OTAs, and he said this happened after he caught a pass. After securing the ball, Baker flexed his right arm and started to jog very slowly to the sidelines. And that caught the attention of Mike Vrabel because the other 10 Patriots were in the huddle waiting for Javon Baker to return. And Baker just didn't even realize it until Vrabel had to yell at him. He was celebrating on an OTA catch. Now, that is the most immature thing that you can do. All your teammates are just waiting for you to get back to the huddle to run another play, and he's sitting there like, yeah, I caught a pass, baby. 1 pass. Then Mike Reese, he tweeted out after practice that Mike Vrabel walked to the locker room with Baker, continuing to coach him just based on that 1 play. It's clear as day that Baker's still immature. And last year, he was able to kind of do those things with Jerod Mayo because Jerod Mayo wasn't a no-tolerance type coach. He just let whatever happen in the locker room. And I get it. If you were a proven receiver, if you come in here with 100 catches and 1,000 yards, sure, you could be doing that. But he's done nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm going to stand to the left a little bit and show you his stats. That's there right there. Nothing. And now I'll bring him up. 1 catch in 11 games. He had 4 targets, no touchdowns, 12 yards. Come on, man. That's absolutely terrible. You could not have that demeanor and have that mindset of celebrating when last year when you were on the team as a rookie, not proving anything, and you have 1 catch. That's it. And he's on the trade block. He's a cut candidate. The Patriots have 12 wide receivers right now. I think they're going to be going in with probably 5 or 6 in the regular season. And you have, obviously, Kyle Williams, Stefon Diggs, Kendrick Bourne, Kayshon Boutte. I think Eftton Chisum. That's 5 right there. He could be easily cut. And I don't want a guy on my team that's just not going to take OTAs seriously and just trying to just honestly celebrate when it's practice off of 1 catch. Come on, man. Come on. Last question for you guys before we get out of here. Do you want Javon Baker on the Patriots? Type Y for yes. Type N for no. You saw what happened. I think the Javon Baker, I think the experiment is done. I know you're in your 2nd year, but it need a fresh start for the guy. Need a fresh start. My final words. Overall, I think the defense looks really good. I think they're really fast. I think Keon White's going to have a breakout year. The offense still needs a lot of work. Drake Maye, you got to be completing 65% of your passes. You got to not be turning the ball over. Get with your center. Don't fumble the snap. But it's only only May. June is next week. It's only May. We're a long way from game level, and we're going to get there. I believe in this team. And if you guys believe in this team too, hit that big red sub button. Subscribe to Patriots Today. We're trying to get to 27,000 subs. I'm your host, Brett Alper, and as always, let's go Pats.